Hi everybody, welcome to another SciCraft episode. Today I want to take a look at the diagonal TNT quarry again, before we work on something different. So we ran this machine for 5 times in total, and the results aren't really as I was hoping for. So it seems like the distance between the TNT tubing models is a bit too much to get really a nice and clean result. So you can see here we have a lot of leftover stone. So if you would run this machine again, the TNT would fall in between those remaining stone blocks and those will be preserved. Yeah, this is a bit of an issue because there's a lot of work left to do then. So we would need to somehow mine this away by hand probably. So this doesn't work really as expected. I tested this with a solid volume of stone blocks in creative. But the big issues are actually like caves in between and uneven terrain, where the TNT would just fall down further in some areas, and yeah, so you don't get a clean result. At the very bottom of it, it's totally fine. So you can see here, if the terrain isn't that high, then the explosion would take out enough blocks in total. But not if you have some caves in between or holes, then it's a bit of an issue. Now we could try to maybe redesign the machine in order to get more modules in. Life is running out like in every episode almost. So if you look at this in creative, the goal would be to stack all the machines a bit closer together, and there's definitely potential here. So, are you seeing this? I'm kind of wondering why I didn't do it in the first place. We could definitely have this slime block over here and try to stack it closer. This should still work. Or something like this. Then we could probably have a machine or a module every 4 blocks diagonally. At the moment it's every 5 blocks diagonally. And this would at least reduce the amount of remaining blocks, but probably wouldn't completely avoid it. But yeah, it seems like having a module every 4 blocks should be possible. I tried around a little bit and I got it to work. So we have a TNT module every 4 blocks diagonally. So basically 4 blocks in that direction and 4 blocks in that direction. Alright, it was a bit tricky because the issue was that we had almost like a solid row diagonally of dropper blocks. And I had to... Still, the other machine had to fit through this. So now we have a 1 wide gap again. So basically this machine moves like this through the hole. Okay, and in order to still be able to stop this machine here, I added this line block and just an additional block here, which stops the machine 1 block over. So this is okay. Right, let's push the button, let's check it out. You can see it's still working, and it's now 1 block closer. This is probably the limit of what is possible. I mean, look at this. I don't know how to stack it any closer. So unless somebody has a really different idea, maybe to push the flying machine from that direction with just a single engine, maybe. I think we're pretty much at the limit. Alright, so the good news is we have a solution that probably improves the result of the TNT tubing, but the bad news is we have to almost rebuild it completely again. And a bit tired of working on a diagonal TNT tuber now. This would be the 3rd time I built this. So I want to work on something else first. So there's a small project at the Mesa Quarry I want to work on now. And also, a small issue with the permaloader in the nether dimension, which would require a bit of redstone. Alright, let's work on that next. I made my way over to the Mesa Quarry site. Yeah, we can check out the progress. Not much has been done yet. We built the first layer and we started building the roof. So I'd say about 2% of the total work are done. The plan is also to build the roof first, so the lower layers are protected from lightning strikes, etc. Because with such a huge build, 1 lightning strike could actually do quite some damage. Alright, but it's actually a good opportunity to work on this mess here. So we gathered some of the materials just in more or less loose shulker boxes and put them down, which is not really acceptable for such a huge build. We need to place about 400,000 blocks, and yeah, you would lose a few hours just with this sorting system here, because every time you need something, you have to go through all of the shulker boxes, and yeah, this is just not acceptable. Obviously, just some item frames and a few chests would already help a lot, but I was thinking we maybe should even make a sufficient storage system even. So maybe we built the bulk storage me and Methods designed a while ago, and that would have the advantage that we can also sort in items. So once we're done building, we still have some loose items in the inventory. Could just throw them into a sorting system and don't need to worry about it or sort it manually. This will already be a big help. So I finally found it. We showed this last year in August. This is a bulk storage system. The idea is that we have an input line at the top for loose items, which would be sorted by a standard item sorting system. Then the loose items will be put into shulker boxes. Once the shulker box is filled up, we put into the shulker boxes display at the bottom. So we always have a shulker box dispensed, where you can take out loose items for sort, and you can also access the dispenser and take out full shulker boxes. For example, if you build the concrete roof, where you need several 10,000 blocks at once, then you can just take a few shulker boxes out of it. So I guess this would be a nice use case for this. We actually planned to use this for a main storage system, a new one, but so far, we've worked on different projects yet. Alright, I just have to adjust this a little bit, since we don't need 500,000 blocks of storage. I think one double chest would be enough, so I could probably just flatten this a bit, and for MC edit those 4 layers out, and then make a schematic so we can build it up in survival. So back in the survival world at the Mesa Quarry side, already made some progress. I cleared out some space here on the side for the storage system, and I went to the main storage gathering everything we need to build it. Now we actually need to find out how many slices we need in order to build the Mesa Quarry. So I'm just gonna check it. Gonna load the schematic with the Mesa Quarry, and we'll have a look. Alright, so I'd say everything above 5,000 items should actually, get its own slice. Maybe even the endstone as well, and the orange stained glass. And the pink terracotta. Okay, let's say everything up above 2,000 blocks. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 slices. And everything else will be just put into some double chests on the side. Alright, time to build this. So here we have the bulk storage system now. I also added a little extra storage on the side for just some loose items. So this is really nothing special, just a normal item filter system here in the back. For those items we have a few hundred of, and then 5 chests for the rest. Hope those are enough. Right, you can try this out. So I got a few concrete shulker boxes, and now I have to press the button. And that doesn't look that great. So we have the first issue already. I'm not sure what's going on, I have to investigate, I guess. I actually remember that part. When you use the system the first time, it looks a bit different than when it's loaded. So I'm hoping if I press the button again, it works properly. Alright, now we have here the shulker box. If I take out all the items, then a new one will be, put it in this place. Alright, and the empty shulker boxes at the moment should go just to the right here. And also the filled one, So let's fill it up back with concrete and put it back into the system. I brought over most of the shulker boxes and sorted them into the system. There's just some boxes left, for example, TNT, which we need for different project, and the iron blocks. Either bring that back or put it into a corner somewhere. Alright, we're almost done here. We still need to make an input system for loose items or full shulker boxes. Probably just for loose items. And then we can use this. So that's definitely going to save a lot of time searching for the items. Going to be really convenient. Alright, you can also maybe check the progress that we currently have, because the tunnel bore should be done. So XCOM said he drove the last tunnel bores, the last 2 tunnel bores to the very end. So this is about 3,500 blocks away. Let's check this out. So this was a bigger project we did here. Again, we need the space for the quarry. So the quarry just needs to operate properly. And that's why we had to make this huge underground tunnel. This is 720 blocks wide and 3,500 blocks long. It took us about 60 or 70 hours to accomplish it all. I think everybody in the server really joined in a little bit. XCOM blew up the machines about 5 or 6 times. I had more luck. Pella also blew it up once, and enemy also did. But yeah, apart from that, definitely saved a lot of time compared to digging. Alright, we're still not at the end. About 1,500 blocks left. Maybe we could also talk about the light levels we have in here. Because as you notice, it's not dark underground. So recently I changed my gamma level to 16. So this is just... yeah, you could adjust it, for example, by doing a video settings and put it to bright. This would be gamma 1. And I set it to 16, so a lot higher. Reason is, this way I don't need to worry about the light levels anymore, because YouTube compression of the videos also makes stuff a lot darker, and always had complaints that it's dark and I forgot to enable night vision, and this completely circumvents that problem for the YouTubing aspect. Obviously it's a bit cheaty since there's a night vision potion in the game and I don't need to worry about that. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going back to potions just to make it not as cheaty. But at the moment our potion systems are also not working. So probably just gonna go back to normal gamma level once we have the brew systems. Alright, so how far did it go? Almost to the end. 3,500 blocks would be minus 45,500. There's like 60 blocks to go with this one here. And this machine is done. Let's check out the other side. Alright, there's another machine. And oh, there's the first one. Alright, so this is done. I think Pella was working on the side trenches. But yeah, there's still a lot of work left to do. Let's really check out the... This is the end of the current side trenching project. We're about 1,300 blocks away from the starting point. Just a reminder, you need this one wide trench. Just in order to make sure that no liquid could spill over from the right into the quarry. Right. We could also use TNT tubing for that, but we agreed on digging instead. So we have a beacon here at the bottom, which can be moved forward. So not the beacon itself, but the beacon base can be moved forward. Then we just have to place the 3 beacon blocks every 100 blocks. It's the advantage of having a tunnel here. Also, we even had another idea how we could have made it more efficient. So that Vince had the idea that we maybe could even pull up the blocks from the bottom. So we're at the moment at Y level, standing on Y level 9, and attach it here to top. This would have been a really nice idea. So the idea is to have a 3-direction flying machine. Basically it's just some sticky piston trying to pull up blocks, going back and forth and then getting pushed over one block. And then we would need to chain multiple of those machines until the stone blocks are approximately maybe like 3 or 4 blocks below the ceiling. So we just get some. So we would have the first machine pulling those blocks up, then comes the second machine pulling them up even further, and then so on in the third and fourth machine maybe. And then afterwards, once this is high enough, we could push up the rest and then basically merge it with the ceiling at the top. And this way we would get a few more layers of diamond or more diamond ore layers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more layers with diamonds in it, which could be mined by the quarry. So this is a really nice idea. Unfortunately, we already started building because we would need to move the quarry lower for that project. And the other problem would be that we don't have space on the side. So we would need to run another tunnel bore again in order to have the space for the 3-directional machine. But now I'm actually thinking about doing it. We haven't built too much of the quarry already, so there's actually still an option to do it. If you maybe build a 20 wide tunnel bore and drive it through, this should be no problem because we have the fast designs now. Yeah, I'm really debating myself actually trying to attempt this. There's just another minor issue. Those obsidian blocks would need to be mined. Usually there's not that much obsidian at this Y level, but occasionally I spilled some water in order to reach the tunnel bore for the activation part. So we have more obsidian than usual in here, and this will definitely require a few hours to be fully removed. So this is minor downside. I'm still not quite sure. So what do we gain from it is more diamonds and also some redstone ore and lapis ore. Which is really not that interesting, to be honest. Also, would be nice to mine down to bedrock with the quarry, but you would need to spend some hours removing obsidian and making the tunnels wide on the side. So I'm really not sure what to do. I have to think about this and then make a decision. So now I finished the complete bulk storage system here on the side. So I added an input chest just for loose items. First I was thinking maybe would be a good idea to add an option so we can throw in a complete shulker box and would be sorted afterwards, but I decided against it because this would encourage people to throw in multiple shulker boxes in there, and just really not meant for that. It's meant for once you're done building, just to put in your items in it to sort them again. Otherwise people would, I don't know, put in full shulker boxes with glass blocks or concrete blocks and would sort for hours. Nothing would be done. That's why I just kept it simple. Normal double chest and drop elevator in the back. Check out the drop elevator. It's really nothing special. It's just a one wide version that's able to operate hopper speed. It's completely silent, so when you put in the items then there's a bit of a clicking noise, but afterwards it works really good. Right, concrete gets sorted inside those. Wait, why is this filled up? So it turns out the filter system is actually a bit flawed. So I can demonstrate it. We're just going to put in a stack of slime blocks here. Then you can see here this torch would start pulsing. There we go. Activates the sticky piston twice, which in turn loses the cauldron in front, and this permanently locks the hopper. Then all the slime blocks would just go over and go to the rest. I already fixed this issue by adding 2 more repeaters, just to slow down it a little bit and prevent the double pulsing. Just add another repeater here, moved everything back a little bit, and there's also another repeater just to transfer the signal in one wide fashion. And this fixes the issue. Alright, just have to rebuild the other slide. All systems have been rebuilt and it should work properly now. Just have to remove the redstone blocks again, and then we should be good. Right, and we're almost at the end of the episode. I guess we should head back to the diagonal quarry once more, because I also want to show you some progress there. So we are back where I started the episode. In between I built up the new machine here and ran it a few times. So this is the new machine with a TNT module every 4 blocks. Unfortunately, the result is still not 100% satisfying. As you can see, there's still some floaty blocks left. Also, we probably need to run it a few more times in order to at least go down to the bottom layer for every single spot. So here definitely need to run it over like 3 or 4 times more. But those floaty blocks are really the part that annoys me still. As you can see here, it seems like it's more or less like a one wide strip now that is left, which kind of makes sense. Maybe let's illustrate it here. So we have a TNT module every 4 blocks. Alright. What does happen is that the TNT either falls straight down or it lands a bit on the left or on the right. So this could happen. This also happens with the next module. So it could also happen that it lands here or there. Basically, the blocks in the middle, they aren't covered. So we have this diagonal where there's just no chance that a TNT block would land on this, no matter how often we run it. Now, what we would actually need is not a TNT module every 4 blocks, but every 3 blocks, because then we would cover it all if you run it often enough. Because obviously there's a chance that it either falls to the left or the right. But if you run it often enough, you should, in theory, be able to get rid of all the floaty blocks. Now, I would need to rebuild this machine again, and I really need to come up with something here, because I'm already pretty much at the limit. So first we started with the machine with a TNT module every 5 blocks, and it wasn't even that trivial to get it down to 4. And now we need to even take it one step further. So I definitely need to come up with something in order to reach the goal. I already have kind of an idea how to do it. We could maybe get rid of one flying machine. So we can't, unfortunately, I tried it again already. I tried to make a push-pull machine that would do it all. But yeah, the push limit 14 it would be required, and this just doesn't work. But we could maybe change this up a little bit. So we could get rid of this flying machine here. If we would replace this piston here with a sticky piston. And this machine would basically pull the whole duper in that direction and push it in that direction. So basically, that's hard to explain. Okay, so if you move in that direction towards the mountains here, then we will have the normal pushing here. And if you move it the other direction, we pull with this piston here and push with this piston here. And this whole flying machine wouldn't be required. Right, this obviously requires some precise timings then, because we have to synchronize both those flying machines, but it's probably the way to go. I'm gonna try between the next episodes to work on a machine with a TNT model every 3 blocks, but yeah, this probably will take some time, because it's quite tricky. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, have a nice day, bye bye.